Alright guys, welcome back to another Mod Review Mondays. I've been wanting to do this review, but have been waiting for version 1.54 of ATS to drop, simply because they were changing the whole way that cargoes work. But today we're going to be looking at Ruda's USA Trailer Pack. This pack runs you $30 and it is currently on version 7.3 at the time of this recording. I wanted to show this pack off though because, a lot of times, or most of the time, I feel like, we get caught up with the trucks, but realistically speaking, like, I feel that this pack gives you quite a bit of variety for the price. As you can see here in the right, it comes with a Lowboy, tanker, refrigerator, which is also a dry van, a hopper bottom, and a flatbed trailer. The only thing that doesn't come in the pack is that real logos, which is on Steam, and that'll just put real logos on the trailers. And it also comes with an open def, so you could modify like your mud flaps. It'll give you templates for the trailers, and you could do your paint jobs and customize it that way. So let's hop in the game and take a look at them. Alright, so here we are in the trailer purchase menu. As you can see, there are 5 new categories on the left. We got the Great Dane, Lowboy, Manac, Polar, as well as Wilson trailer. I'm going to split this video up by trailer, if you will. So we'll run through the Great Dane first, and then the Lowboy, and so on and so forth. So if we go to the Great Dane here, we have all of our different trailer configurations. We got dry vans, reefers, and paint and chrome, 53 footers and 48 footers. It really doesn't matter which one you pick here because you could change all that in the customization menu. So let's head in there. Alright, so for our chain type on these trailers, it is just the trailer. There's no pups, there's no B-doubles, nothing like that. For our body types, we have 53 and 48 foot dry vans and reefers, and then with the reefers, we have an option for the chrome side. For the dry vans, you could choose it here, or you could choose it in the chassis options. And a little quirk is, if you, let's say we select a 53 foot reefer, if we then go to the chassis section, and you'll see this, there'll be options for a 48 foot chassis. If you select those, it'll swap it back to a dry van automatically. And if you select a 48 foot and in the chassis do the 53 foot, it'll change it back to a dry van as well. So my suggestion is to just select what you want out here first and then choose the according chassis type in length. So right now we have this 48 foot dry van. As you can see, it's a tandem rear axle, and there are 2 options for every axle configuration. One of them has your airline and electrical hookups here, and then the other will get rid of them and instead put them below the trailer back here. So if you have undermount hookups on your truck, they'll connect under here. So a lot of times when I select them, you'll see none change. That's the only thing that changes. So we have our 48 foot rear, our 48 foot spread, our 48 foot front tandem, and then we also have this 48 foot. Now it's the same as the front tandem. The only difference is, if you look at this logo, this yellow line, it is slidable. So if you want to be able to slide your axles, you need to make sure to select that chassis back here. For the 48 foot trailer, we have a 3 axle as well as a 4 axle, and this front one is a lift axle. Now the 53 foot trailer doesn't come with the 3 or 4 axles, which you'll see here, but just wanted to point that out. So for the 53, we got our rear tandem, our spread, our front spread, our front tandem, and then our sliding tandem. So no 3 axle and no 4 axle versions. Okay, so I swapped it over to a reefer unit to look at paints and then accessories, just because there's more with the reefer unit. So we have our template, which is how you would skin this trailer. It's not really needed in here. We also have just plain white, we have a custom color, we have our custom metallic, which is kind of hard to see from this angle since it's all flat, but there you go. Pretty good flake. Could be a bit finer in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments. So we have our custom metallic, and then we have a ton of company skins. If you want to role play or pretend you're a fleet driver instead of, you know, more the custom look, there are a ton of options for you. And you'll see that some of them are paintable. Just to show you guys what actually is paintable on the ones that offer it. We got some novelty ones. So as you can see, I mean, a ton of skinned options for you if you want to do the fleet route. So here we are to the front of the trailer in the accessories portion of this, and you can change the reefer unit itself, and then some of them have additional things you could change, so we'll go through that. So right here we got our Carrier Ultra with the chrome. We have it with paint and chrome, paint and black, paint and chrome, different paint and black. Then we have our Thermo King SB3 cooler on the front, again in a bunch of different paint and chrome variations. And then we have this, I believe it's a generic one. Maybe it's by utility. Yeah, I think this one might be just generic. And it offers a grill option, so it's black, chrome, and the paint is not working, so I'm gonna try and report that to him. But then we have this in full paint, full chrome, chrome and paint. And then we have our newer Thermo King in chrome and paint. And we could change the grills on this to be dark gray, metal gray, chrome, and paint as well. Also on the front we have these little steps. So we have a painted version, chrome, and just a standard aluminum. So down here we have different light options. We have standard blue, and you'll see that they say level 1. That is for a reason. Then we have them in round as well. And then level 2 will add in way more lights. And the blue, as you can see, way more lights as well. We also have that option for the top. I'll give you a direct comparison so you can see level 1 and level 2. And here's level 1 and level 2. Up front right here, you can have a 53-foot sticker if you want. Sorry, it's hard to see on the black a little bit, but you can see it just puts a 53 symbol right there. Up here by the legs, we have just a marker light on the side if you want it. We can also do black, painted, or chrome. And then we have, for the reinforcement, chrome or painted. So for our fuel tank, let me get a little bit closer. We could do like just an aluminum with a black bracket, chrome bracket, painted bracket. You could do a chrome tank with those same bracket options, or you could do a painted tank with those same options as well. Right here we have our underglow, so you could toggle this with your beacon light or your running light depending on what you want to do. We have it in blue, green, orange, and red, which I know you can't see here, you'll see it outside. On the side for markers we have the same thing, so we have our standard, as you can see they are up here. It's kind of hard to see. On the corners, one in the middle. And then we have our level 1s. And then our level 2s as well, and all the same colors, all the same shapes. We have options for toolboxes. It does put it on both sides, as you can see. We could do our hanging wires. This would be a good look for, you know, your sliding tandems. As you can see, these are our underglow lights under here. We have our side panels, so this will change these runs of chrome to paint, top and bottom if you'd want. We could also put on these side skirts, which are paint matched. Back here we have an option for a filler panel. So we could do chrome with orange or red, paint with orange and red, a bit long, further down. We also have it with a flap. We have a wider one as well. Here we can select quarter fenders. So these are Hodgebuilts. And if you want to select full fenders, there is a different node, so you can select full fenders as well. If you run the spread axle, you have an option to throw a toolbox in between. As you can see, it does say 4 fenders, so it'll take those mud flaps off. Right, so then we have our small paint. Yes, yes. And then we also have a larger toolbox as well. You have an option for a painted frame. So you see under here, all just gets blasted with paint. Whole undercarriage. For your rims, you get all of the same options that are reviewed in the Cascadia, which should pop up in the top right. You also get some super singles if you want to run those. And then the rest of these are mainly just the same, because that's in his wheel pack that comes with all his mods, and then you get the tires as well. I'm going to get rid of these toolboxes real quick. We also have filler panels back here. As you can see though, no option for orange LEDs facing backwards. Here we have 2 different types of top mounts for your mud flaps. We can also put a DOT stripe on there. And we could do plain black, Great Dane, your mud flaps, which can be changed in the open def, as well as L cap. And then we have chrome weights on the bottom. Also worth mentioning too that the rearmost mud flaps are independent from the front ones. You also have the same filler panel options back here. And you have the same ones up front too. So I always get a little tripped up whenever I come to this trailer. On the back here, you have the same options for your chrome, your reflective tape, your weights down here. But if you select your mud flaps on the rearmost axle, you then get access to full fenders. So this will take off those mud flaps. We have full chrome, chrome with mud flaps. We also have ProTech Black, so those hard plastic ones with or without mud flaps. We have the Protect paint with or without mud flaps, and then we have our custom paint with or without mud flaps. Coming here to the back of the trailer, up here we have our rear marker lights in level 1 or level 2. We have sticker options, which this can all be changed in the open def as well. We have this sticker, another custom sticker. We could change the hinges for the door, standard, chrome, or paint. It does change the frame as well. We can also change the door to a flat metal, a chrome door, the quilted metal, or a paint. Here we have another sticker. Here you can change the hinges as well. And then we have small doors down here. So we got the metal door, chrome, painted, double, chrome, or painted. All right, so back here we got our taillights. As you can see, we have standard, standard clear, standard 3 lights, standard clear 3. And then when we do the chrome, it'll actually change the grommets around these. So now we got our chrome grommets in the same 4 options. And then when you do the chrome body, it'll actually change the whole back portion to chrome. You see that polish there. And we have it in a standard with paint. We got the 4 lights. 4 with the chrome body, chrome, 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 paint. We go crazy with the 6 lights if you want. Which we'll stick with those, sure. Here we have our license plate. We have all 50 states. And then a personal plate, again, can be changed in the open def. So right here we actually have a back plate which will fill in this portion of the bumper. So we have a chrome or a paint, and then when you do that you could put lights in. So chrome red lights, chrome with the clear, you could do the painted grommets, you could do the chrome and reverse lights, which is nice, full red, chrome reverse, full red. So you could do it. The main thing is just the painted or the chrome grommets. For your bumper, we have our standard big, which as you can see with that, you could add flaps off the back of it. We also have our standard chrome big, painted big, and these custom chromes. There you go. And that is the Great Dane reefer / drive-in. We'll go ahead and move on to the next trailer, and then we'll do a up close and personal once we get through those. All right, here we are looking at the Lowboy. As you can see, there's only one configuration, so we'll hop into this one really quick. So for our chain types on this one, there is only one. No doubles, triples, nothing like that. We do have the option for our standard connectors or our custom connectors, which you can see added them down there. We have 3 different chassis options. So we have just our tandem axle with the flip up, and then our tandem with the flip down. Super simple on paints, not much going on here. We got our custom, we got our red, our standard red, and then we have our custom metallic, which it's hard to see because it's all on the side. Now for accessories, starting up here at the front, we have a front toolbox. We could throw a chrome or a painted one on. We can throw some tarps on. We have different light variations. Coming down the side, we have 2 variations of lights, so that's really it. Back here, we can throw some more tarps on. We have more light options. We have a toolbox option between the wheels, which is cool. As you see, that's just on the passenger side. We could do left, right on the paint, or we could do them on both sides. Both sides. In chrome and paint as well. With the flip down, you can't change the taillights on the main trailer itself. You can back here though. We have just our variant 1. 2 doubles it up. 3 throws the big ones in the middle. We also have them with our clear glass. Up here we have an oversized banner. Down here we have 2 options for strobe lights. It is worth mentioning too that when you run the 2-axle with the 3rd flipped over, you cannot put on the strobe light or the beacon light. Again, our plates with all 50 states. And then our personal, again, can be changed in the open def. We also have our mud flaps here, so we got our Fire, Goodyear, the wide turns, Eagle, Truck Store, plain black, and your logo, which again can be changed in the open def. So not much going on for this trailer. Again, it is just a simple lowboy, nothing crazy, but definitely helps you diversify your loads. So on to the next. So here on the Manac, our flatbed, you can see there's only one purchasable configuration, so we'll hop into it and take a look. So for our chain type, we actually can do doubles on this one. As you see, that is full doubles right there. So for our body type on this, it does kind of double up when you run the doubles. On the first trailer up here, as you can see, everything's standard. We could put our trailer hookups on the bottom if we wanted to, or we can put them on the second trailer only, have them custom, and then the front trailer will be regular. Or we could do custom connectors on both. So as you can see, custom down there, custom down there. So with the single trailer, you know, it's just custom or regular. And then we also have a Conestoga variant of this. Again, with the custom on front, back, or both. Okay, so when we have the double configuration, there are 12 options for chassis, and essentially it's really just 6, but the difference is you can have a single wheel or a tandem wheel dolly. So all the configurations are the same for the single variant. The only difference on these is whether you want it to be a single or double axle dolly. So we have our spread with no lift axles. We have our double tandem with no lift axles. Again, the same options with the tandem dolly. Again, no lift axles. We have a double spread, and as you can see, these front axles do lift. We have the tandems. Again, the front axles do lift. We also have that with the double dolly. We have a 3-axle with no lift. And then we have a 3-axle with the front being a lift on both of them. So again, with this one, there's double the options just because you could have a single or a tandem axle with the dolly. So with paints, as you could imagine, it's pretty simple with this trailer. You have these 2 runs down the middle, as well as, you know, your chassis underneath. We have custom color, our standard orange, or our custom metallic, which hopefully once we're out in the sun, you see a little bit there, it'll show up a lot better. All right, so here we are on our accessories. Before I start, I would like to say that if you throw the Conestoga on, or the sliding tarp, whatever you call it, there are no customizations for that specifically. So that's why I'm running just the straight flatbeds, because that doesn't add any more customization options. Starting up here, we have our option for the frame. So right now it's chrome. You can do aluminum, or you can do a full paint. We can also add the Darkwing sticker. We have, again, our underglow in blue, green, orange, and red by the parking light or the beacon light. We have markers, which throws extra markers down the side of it. Come back here, we have our little toolbox, aluminum, chrome, or paint. Under here we have our filler panel, just like on the Great Dane. Pretty much all the same options. Right here, our suspension can be painted or black. And then we have our Hodge-built fenders. Here for our toolbox, we got aluminum options, chrome, paint. Back here, we do have an option for an oversized banner. For our mud flaps, we could do none if you want. You could do your texture, which again, in the open def, you could put. Yes. You could have them only on the front. You could do black. You could do Manac. You could do those two only on the front as well. These will get rid of the Hodge built, but you can also throw metal fenders on if you'd like. Or painted. The metal fenders, or I'm sorry, when you do the mud flaps, you also get an option for this chrome weight on the bottom. For your small lights, you could do red or clear LEDs. Same for your main tail lights. You could throw flags on each corner. For the bumper, we have different options. So we got aluminum, chrome, paint, a lower one, aluminum, chrome, and paint. And you can do a big bumper, which, as you can see, gets rid of the bar and all that. Chrome and paint as well. With the big bumpers, though, you can throw mud flaps along the whole bottom of them, either original or your whatever your design is in the open def. You can also put on your plates again, all 50 states, and your personal. And for the double setup, right here you can change whether you want your hitch to be painted or chrome. On the dolly, we have black, chrome, or paint. And you could put fenders on it as well. Back here, again, your license plate options. And you could put a chrome or a painted back plate for your lights. I do wish you could make the lights clear if you want to match all trailers. I'm not going to customize this one as much because it is all the same options. The only thing that's different, however, and this goes for if you run the single trailer as well, because that's what this back trailer is right here you can put a sticker, you could put some lights with chrome shroud, or you could put them with a painted shroud. So that's the only real difference back here compared to the front trailer that has the dolly hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this, and then we have 2 more trailers to get through, and then it'll be time for the up close and personal segment. So here we are with our Polar tanker. As you can see, only one purchasable option. In the chain type, again, only the single trailer itself. For our body, we have the standard connectors up here, or the custom connectors, kind of hard to see, but behind this bar right here. Only 2 chassis types for this trailer. We got a tandem and a triaxle version. So for our trailer, we have a 4 custom color paint. Right now, not everything is paintable, so this chassis is paintable, these brackets are paintable, and as you can see, they're all on different things. We have a custom color. We have our template, again, in the open def. We have our classic white, and then we also have a custom metallic color if we wanted to. So that's decent flake. All right, so for our accessories, on the front here we have a orange marker light circle. Moving on back, we have fenders. We got aluminum, chrome, and painted. And if you want, you could take them off altogether. Down here we have a chrome or a painted filler panel. We have 4 options. We got orange, orange in a clear glass, red, or red in a clear glass. We also have different flap options. So we got our Polar, American Truck Store, Black, Eagle, Fire, Goodyear, wide turns, and the Your logo, which can be changed in the open def once again. We have options for an aluminum tank, a chrome tank, or a painted tank. As you can see up here, a bunch of light nodes compatible with Ruda's light pack. We got just our round standards, chromes, LEDs, blues, orange. Got LEDs with the visor, quad lamps, the ovals, the countries, old school. Everything that was gone over in the Cascadia. We also got these that stick out if you wanted to do something like that. But as you can see, you can really light up the top here. We also have our underglow. Again, same colors, blue, green, orange, and red. Right here for our frame, we have the aluminum. We could do a painted frame or we could do the chrome frame. And for the lights, we have rectangular, polar. We got watermelon lights, which as you can see, shine downwards. And then we have these that shine in and out. Back here, we can put toolboxes on. We got the left single or right single in aluminum. We got that in chrome, paint as well. And then we have those same options in double. Right here we have a little custom cover in chrome, paint, and then a complete cover in chrome and paint as well. This offers those same lights up front. This node here will change your fenders. So we got our aluminum, chrome, paint. We got our, humps, full fiberglass, Hodge-built quarters. Onto the back here, we could do that same ring of lights, but they're red. For our taillights, we got aluminums. We got them with the chrome bar. We got a painted bar, triple in the same options, quads in the same options. I do wish that I had the option for the clear lens lights, just to keep it, relatively consistent throughout the trailers. We have different bumpers, chrome, paint, longer, wide one. We got these big flaps. Yep. Got this style down here, which as you can see, got this bigger style down here. This one's nice because it is incorporating the fenders into the bumper itself. And with these, you could change the lights. So all these bumpers do have different variations of the lights themselves. You can really light it up if you want to. On this side, we have our pipes. So we got aluminum, painted, chrome. We could throw it on both sides if we want. For mud flaps, we have the same ones that we had up front. And your logo as well. And then for the bumper, we have all 50 states as well as your custom one on the bottom. All right, so that's it for the Polar Tanker trailer. Here is the Wilson Green hopper bottom trailer. As you can see, only one purchasable option. For the chain type, it is only the single trailer. For our body type, we have a 53 and a 43. The only difference is the connectors. As you can see, it throws them down here between the legs. And we have a 53 as well. In the chassis options, you could also change the length of the trailer. As you can see, we have the 43 foot with the tandem, 53 foot spread. This is a lift axle. 53 foot 3-axle. Both of these are lifts. We also have the 53 with the tandem and a rear lift, and the 53 with a 4-axle, tandem down, and then a front and a rear lift. For our paint jobs, we have the sample. Again, this is the template. You can customize it however you'd like. We also have some beans, beans with paintable fenders. So if we have different fenders, you could paint them. Rye with the paintable fenders. We got wheat. Again, wheat with the paintable fenders. Custom, white, and then our custom metallic. For accessories, here on the front, we have marker light options. So the same ones on the Great Dane. Round. We have different front walls, so we could do aluminum, black, pewter metallic, gunmetal, chrome, or paint. For the front ladder, you could do aluminum, chrome, and paint. You can do the trim differently along the whole side, so you could do aluminum, chrome, or paint as well. Up here we have handrails. You could do black, chrome, or paint. For the braces, again, same three options: chrome, paint, or black. The bracing right here on the side, aluminum, chrome, or paint. You could change the hoppers themselves to aluminum, chrome, or paint. This does also offer underglow, same 4 colors. On the side, you can do a black, pewter metallic, gunmetal. You can run a chrome sided trailer if you want, or you could do a paint as well. Same thing for the valves, or the, the brackets for the valves rather. Aluminum, chrome, and paint. Here we have our light options along the side in different levels. So we have level 1, round as well, and then we have our level 2s. Moving on back, we have different fenders. These are just the quarter fenders for the front. If we select this, we could do our painted frame underneath there. For our mud flaps, we have your custom ones that you could do in the open def, the standard Wilson trailers, and then we have our full custom fenders. Here we could decide whether we want a manual or electric tarp. That comes in aluminum, chrome, and paint. And same for the electric. And it does affect the front arm as well. Back here we could do different light configurations. We could choose the back wall as well, just like the front. We could even do the side corner pieces, the ladder. For the bumper, you could do the chrome inlay, aluminum, or paint. And then for the taillights, we got clear, or red, and then the only thing that will change is the grommets to chrome. And back here you could do a step up and plate holder, chrome or paint. You could also do like a rear crash bar or a custom one. Here you also could put in lights. You also have an option here in the middle for more taillights, so you could throw a sticker there, or you could put in even more taillights. And that is it for the Wilson hopper bottom grain trailer. So now that we've gone through all of these trailers, it is time for the up close and personal. So I will see you guys outside. Alright guys, so it is time for that up close and personal segment. First up is the Great Dane. So we'll take a look down here. Our Thermo King. Cooler on the front. All the stickers. You could kind of read. There's our manufacturing tag. All the warnings. Our lights, reflective tape. Got our fans up here too. Little solar panel. Rippling down the side of the trailer so it's not completely smooth. Here are our underglow lights, as you can see, all down the trailer. You barely read the big letters there, not the clearest, but then again, you're not really paying. I don't think you guys are paying for this for the stickers. But I'd like to show it off regardless. Pretty basic undercarriage, not crazy. Even our underglow comes all the way back here. Here's our rear bumper. So we'll do the up close and personal segment for all the trailers, and then go ahead and do the check out the job market for them, and then the look at the lighting at the very end. So let's hop over to the Lowboy and check that out. Alrighty, so here we are with the Lowboy. The one thing I do wish, which is kind of small, I guess depending on who you are, it's pretty small, is the consistency in lights. You know, I'd like to be able to put the clear round ones here, you know. Here's our air hookups, our glide hands for when you disconnect the neck. There's that metallic you can kind of see right there. Our decking. So we got our pins in, airbags, chambers, all of our air hoses. Got our pressure gauge, pins on the bottom, and up top there's our air connections. For the pin on, so let's take a look at those flatbeds next, I guess. Alright, so here's our flatbeds. I'll connector diagram up here. Manac. We are registered. Looks like this trailer's out of Massachusetts. So as you see, we got the chrome deck up here. These are painted inlays. There you go. And you know, with this and the Lowboy, it is kind of hard to see the whole paint deal. Got some stickers down here. It's pretty good. This one's out of Quebec. Interesting. There's our underglow down the whole thing. The chrome on that one strut is acting up. Got our toolboxes. Oh yeah, we got all our airlines, our brackets with airlines, airbags, all that. Here's our dolly with our air and electrics. So if you did the custom connectors on the back, instead of coming up there, it would just come out through the back of this dolly. And the second trailer is pretty much the same. And as you'll see, I'll turn the truck on really quick and show you that these front axles do lift up. So those axles are lifted. Whoop, way too far. I see there's a gap there. And these are lifted there. So it looks like I did actually make a mistake with the tanker. As you can see, I left the custom hookups on. So that's the only reason that the cables are doing that. If you left the standard on, it would look right. That's completely on my part. So you can read the manufacturer tag there. Stickers. I'm not the biggest fan of these lights. I feel like they stick out too much. But it might just be my personal preference. Got our lights down here, which as you can see even has wires hooked up to it. All of our pipes. Air valves for our pipes. All capped, of course. Air tank. Super basic chassis under here. Again, no biggie whatsoever. I just noticed these lights aren't hooked up to anything. That must be because I changed the bumper. So with the regular bumper that goes across, they'd probably be sitting right on top. So I guess if you change the bumper, they'll be levitating a bit. Got our valve caps on there. I think the same sticker that's in front. Yeah. So time to take a look at the last up close and personal of that hopper bottom. Alright, so here we are with the Wilson hopper bottom. As you can see, a ton of stickers all over this thing. Got our cable hookups for our electric tarp. That dude is getting absolutely annihilated by some shrapnel. You can read all of these though, which is nice. That's cool, even the grab handles say Wilson in them. manufacturer tags, how to operate the hopper. There's some of our underglow lights on this trailer. We have our air valves here. A bunch more stickers. Even our Holland axle ratings. So we got our painted chassis under here. We are up in part of it. Yeah, kind of looks like it. Got more stickers. Stickers galore, let me tell you. Coming around the back, we got the Pace Setter logos, Wilson trailer. A warning to not fall off the ladder, so don't do that. Even got our phone number for the Sherlock, which is the tarp system. And as you may recall, this trailer does have lift axles as well, so that front and back will rise up. And now it's just sitting on those two middle tandems. So we'll take a look at the cargo market for these trailers and then a look at the lighting at night. And that'll be a review. So this is the cargo market for the hopper bottom. As you can see, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because the tarp's drawn over. You're not going to really see it. But we got, let's see, we got sugar beet, corn, grain, soybean. Paying decent prices too. Looks like 65,000 might be the top weight, but as you can see, there are a bunch of different weights. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy, just, you know, just cargo for it. We even got pelleted animal food too. So that's the cargo market for the hopper bottom. So for the Great Dane, we have the reefer on right now, but obviously it can still haul regular commodities as well. So we got household appliances, TVs, potassium. We got cheese, tableware. Let's see, 44,000 looks like the highest weight so far that I see. Even got fireworks right here, so you need the explosives. Packaged food, computers, a whole bunch of stuff. So obviously with this trailer, it could haul a lot more and a lot more variety, so you could get way more jobs. Pays pretty decent too. Highest paying job is 75 a mile, so that's really good. So nothing too exciting or too crazy. You got milk, buttermilk, you know, rice, grains, cheese, literally anything that can fit in a dry van or reefer, this trailer has pretty much. All right, so here we are with the Lowboy. As you see, some of these top loads are a bit overpowered, coming in at $1,400 a mile, which is insane. I mean, you can make almost $750,000 for not even going 500 miles. The cool thing though about this trailer is with the 1.54 update, it took advantage of being able to put SCS loads on the trailer itself. So some of these are SCS, some of these are not. So we got, you know, concrete tubes, some tires. We got box pallets. Let's see, we got big truck wheels. We got some forklifts. You know, a bunch of forklift jobs. We even got a helicopter. So I believe this is a Airbus H130. I think that's an Airbus. Helicopter super light, you know. Plows, engines, concrete plates. That's a bit of a wider load. Nothing too crazy. But right here we got a scraper. So that's coming at 90,000. We also got some power generators and plows. So those are like SCS loads. As you see, this all-terrain crane, that may look familiar, the beet harvester. should look familiar. Again, SCS loads. So 77.5. So right here, if you look, I switched it really quick. The heaviest load you can get is 198,000 pounds on this trailer, and that's going to be these concrete plates. And then below that, you got the scraper and then the all-terrain crane from SCS. This also does come with single-engine aircraft as loads and helicopters and some buses, pickup trucks, things like that. So super cool that it took advantage of that new update and runs its loads as well as the SCS loads. So here with the Manac Flatbeds, the heaviest weight we could take is right under 70,000 pounds. And this, just like the Lowboy, does take advantage of that new 1.54 update. So you'll see that some of these loads, well, this one's a cool one. You could just haul the same flatbeds on top like you're hauling empty trailers. But you'll see some of these loads are going to be the same ones from SCS. So like the fertilizer, this waste paper, the roof shingles, it takes advantage of that new system and lets you haul way more than the trailer alone would give you, which is super cool. As you can see here, I don't know what the deal is with these concrete tubes, but again, super overpowered. They're coming in just under $500,000 at 1,300 a mile, which is it's crazy. It's crazy. So with the tanker, super simple: gasoline, diesel, crude oil, aromatics. That's pretty much it. The highest load is about 48,500 pounds. Nothing crazy, but just something else to add to the collection, I guess. All right, so now it's time for a look at lighting on all these trailers. Pretty simple. We got our hazard lights. We got our brake lights. On this one, we even got reverse lights, which is pretty nice. You don't normally get reverse lights on a trailer. So we have our underglow here. If we hit our beacon button, which I wish controlled these lights under here, but the underglow lights really come on if we toggle our parking lights. So it'd probably look better if you had the underglow toggled to your parking lights. It would make a bit more sense. But we have all these lights on the front. Our little screen on the Thermo King lights up. We got our lights in the grill. Super, super lit up trailer. Got our filler panels here. Front and back. They are shining correctly. A bunch of lights on the back here and up top. So we'll kind of breeze through these other trailers too, show you any quirks or anything to them, and then that'll be a wrap. So here we are with the Lowboy. We have our hazard lights. None on the side though. And then we have our brake lights. And then of course we have our running lights. No reverse lights on this trailer. Oh yes, and our beacon of course. Our lights down the whole side of the trailer. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Alright, so here are our flatbeds. We have our hazard lights on that front trailer as well, and you can see that it is coming on the dolly. We have our brake lights. And then of course we have our running lights as well. License plates light works. Side lights. These orange ones are for the ABS, so they shouldn't really be on. Tail lights here work. Tail lights here work. And then we did put the extra lights on the side on this trailer. And you'll see that Under here, we do have our underglow. Same deal with the Great Dane. They come on with the running lights, unfortunately, but if we hit our beacon light, they will illuminate. We did not put them on the second trailer, so that's why they're not showing up. But we did put them on this one. So on to the next. Alright, here with the tanker, we got our hazard lights, which are pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. We have our brake lights. And we also have reverse lights on this trailer as well, which is nice. For marker lights, there's all of our red lights on the back. And we did put some lights under here. So we got our orange lights there. Threw a watermelon light on there, just to see how it would look. Not bad. And then our lights here. And then this one does have underglow as well. If we hit our beacon button. And then up here we have all of our front lights. So last but certainly not least, we have our hopper bottom for the look at lighting. We got our hazard lights. We got our brake lights. And then we have our running lights, which will light everything up. All down the side. And we even got that underglow on this too, which is the same deal with the Great Dane tanker and all that other noise. So hit the beacon, and we got our underglow. So this is Ruda's trailer pack. Again, guys, $30. This was version 7.3 that we looked at. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was it a good pack? You think you'd get it? Does it make sense? What do you guys want to see next week? Let me know, please, 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 in the comments. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. That's the only way this channel can grow, you know? Once we get to a certain point, I might be able to start doing giveaways. I might, you know, get hookups for you guys with the modders. You never know where it could take us. So please, please, please subscribe. And thanks for tuning in this Monday. And make sure to keep those wheels turning.